So here we are at Allegro's sister resort. And right now Allegro is going through a lot of construction in front. It's a giant mess. But here they've pretty much finished all their renovations and it's looking pretty good. I always felt with Allegro that everything was nice and close, and I find it's exactly the opposite here at the Occidental. Everything is very far apart. There's a lot of walking to do. Now there are some exceptions, but this entrance will kind of give you an idea of what the resort is like and how they've used your space. So we go through the gate. They actually do guard the gate. Not like Allegro, where the gate is usually open and there's no one guarding it. So even after you get in, you come in and all it is another giant circle. So you can see there's an out gate and an in with an island in the middle, and here we have a giant circle for traffic in order just to get to the lobby. Now you don't want to ever go down that route there. That leads to sales. I think you know what I mean by sales. They will try to sell you on the whole shared timeshare project. Oh my word. Anyway, if you show up with a calculator, immediately they start looking a little nervous. Or take out your cell phone and open up the calculator app, because it never makes any sense. Doesn't matter how often you travel, doesn't matter how many places you go. If you have a wife, like I do, who is willing to do some research and find some good prices, that kind of timeshare will never ever make sense. A calculator will show that every time. So they were doing the hard sell on us last year when we came to visit. We just wanted to look at the resort, see if it was worth visiting. I pulled out my calculator and right away the hard sell got a lot more gentle and they gave up very quickly. They know the math. So the lobby goes through here. See if we can get a view of the no, see, there's just too much jungle. That's the way this resort has been made. They've carved it into the jungle. They haven't paved the whole thing or chopped down the whole thing and then planted a few trees like at Allegro. They've actually carved it into the jungle. Now the lobby area is a lot like the front. Behind, you go through the little entrance and that brings you to another big circle. Another big circle that has a little souvenir shop and then a place where you can kind of go your tour desk. There's the actual lobby. And in at least a couple of these entrances, so you can see there's entrances everywhere, or exits everywhere, however you like to put it. And a lot of them will lead you to sales, sales, and more sales. I do. $3.51. Oh. Any of the little back paths you take, you have to be careful of. They usually drive much faster than that. If you want to avoid all the sales, you come out through the side entrance here. If you're thinking, wow, that's some thick jungle. Oh yeah, like I say, they just carved it in there. There's a washroom here in the middle of the jungle. And this is La Mission, the nightclub. Now, of course, there's a kids club over here as well. I actually have not been in the nightclub. But once in a while you can hear some really loud music coming from in here. La Mission. Alright. There should be pool tables in there. I think there's a ping pong table. And loud music. And a bar. Alright, that's one of the entrances to the lobby. But again, like the lobby, just you come in and it's another big circle with a few entrances, just like the entrance of the whole resort, which led to another entrance, another big circle, and then you come into the lobby, which is a big circle. Now, there's a few ways to get anywhere you want to go, and it's easy to get lost. Now we can enter our rooms down through here, and there's this big middle area. During the day it's just wasted space. It just creates another 200-300 meters that you have to walk in order to get to the cafeterias. There's fountains everywhere. Kanako says it reminds her of, I believe it was Spain. So you can see there's back to the lobby area. Now connected to the lobby area is a couple of, well, I guess 3 restaurants. The one big buffet and 2 smaller restaurants. Now this is where they do the evening shows. The shows are generally more polished than the ones you'll see at Allegro. Generally. Sometimes they use the same people. Like the same guy Kanako likes so much who cannot sing well. He has these big solos and 7-minute songs. It's very painful. Alright, there's 3 restaurants. This is the main buffet one. I've taken a picture of it. It's quite nice the way they've set it up. It's not just one giant cafeteria. They've divided up the rooms so that it doesn't look quite as, well, like I say, cafeteria-like. And they've got all the little side areas here. Very nice. I've never actually seen people sitting out here, but one exception. They have a frozen yogurt machine, one at this location, one at the lunch location, and both of them work, which is quite unlike the Allegro. Now you'll actually find things living in the jungle, and you can see right down there it's all water. Now this might have something to do with the giant rain we had last night, or it could be that it's always this wet. It's real jungle. There's real creatures living in there. Those squirrel raccoon things, whatever they're called. Lots of frogs, wild boar. It's interesting, I have the camera out and no one's saying buenos dias or hola. They just look and they scurry by quietly. That's different from usual. Alright, so you can see another ATM sign. The restaurants, the small restaurants, I usually 12, 14 tables, somewhere in there. They have a Mexican, or they call it a Mexican grill, They have the Italian and seafood. The seafood one is down by the water. The other two are up here near the cafeteria. You can, if you're with the Royal Club, we paid a little extra when we're with the Royal Club, you can also book your dinner at the special restaurant that's right next to the rooms. Alright, sometimes you'll be looking at different paths, saying, okay, could be that way, could be that way, could be that way. Sometimes you notice right away that you're going the wrong way, because, oh, I see, that's someone else's room. In this one, you have to go all the way up there and make a right-hand turn, and then realize, oh, that's someone else's hotel. And this is the correct way. Yeah, that only took me a couple days to figure it. I can get from food back to our place in only one try. But it took me a couple of days of learning. Now the jungle on either side is quite thick. Like I say, it's real jungle. And watch out, this is authorized personal only. You can always recognize the people who work here because they always wear long pants. Like Humidex 44 today, they're wearing long pants. Oh, there are strong people down here. All right. Now these are the typical hotels. We haven't tried one out. I don't have any pictures of rooms to show you. But they all look very similar. Hola. Someone said hello to me. Now Kanako really likes these arches. I think they had one at Allegro, and you could see the wood or the wiring underneath. This is just a piece of jungle that's stretched right across. So they have several of these hotels. Now, please pardon me if I'm not pointing this very well. It's kind of going all over the place because, well, it is so sunny I can't even see anything on my screen. Now this is the one area where it's a little bit different. We're level. This is where we're staying. Now I don't think they ever closed this gate, but it looks like they could lock us in. Of course, we have a fountain. Now this is the little restaurant that's right next to our room, so you can see our rooms are up on the second floor of that building. You just come right across here and you can have your breakfast, you can have your lunch. You can also reserve a spot for dinner if you like. They call this a jacuzzi. It's very small. Today the water's bubbling. Typically it is not. Typically it is still, and it is the same temperature as any other pool. Today looks like they actually have it going. Alright, we're in number 20. The other one was number 21. I believe there's 3 floors. You can see it's all kind of opened up here. Let's come around the middle. On the first floor, so you can see it's all up to the 3rd floor. It's open in the middle, so when it rains, your front door actually gets wet. We are in 2026, that one up there. A map. This would have been handy to have. Now, some things on the map have a different name. It's kind of annoying. So sometimes it'll call it the beach club, and then there's a pool club, and then you'll go down there and realize there's only one of them exists, and you'll wonder which one it is. That's happening all day, every day. All day, every day. So at 11, you'll kind of be encouraged to leave your room. You come back at 3:30, and she says, "Does you want your room cleaned?" So we got the magnet cards, which actually work well. There's enough room for a couple of bikes over here. This I thought was cute. You get an electricity card, and you can take it out, and all your power goes out. Put it in, and suddenly the fan comes back on, and lights do too. The television, just like Allegro, is hit and miss. When the weather is bad, so is reception. So when the weather is bad and you're forced to stay in, you also have no TV. Lots of space. The combination of the fan and the air conditioning works very, very well. See, they have a shower and a bathtub. They have way too many different power switches in here. Okay. Oh yes, the balcony. The balcony is small, has 2 chairs, no hammock, but lots of privacy. Now over there is the adult-only pool. Contrary to what Kanako thinks, adult-only does not imply sex and nudity. We went to the Secrets Resort, and she was surprised there was no nudity or sex on the beach. So you can see the jungle extends right to the edge of our property here, and it grows so thick that even though the pool is extremely close, you can barely see through. Now, neighbors are right there. On this side, you have to kind of go around the corner, but you see it's pretty nice. If you're looking for a view, you will not get it here. I don't think there's any such thing as a beach view anywhere in the resort except when you get right down next to the beach. Which is, of course, where we're going next. Now, the restaurants I mentioned are not bad. They're not superb. I guess very similar to Secrets and Allegro. It's hit and miss. Some things on the menu pretty good, and some things are a little disappointing. There is overlap. For example, you could go to 3 of the 4 restaurants, and enjoy a ribeye steak. Alright, there's a small way to get out, but they're doing a little construction on the paving stones. So we'll come out this way. This is the little Royal Club lobby. So you can go in here and make reservations for your restaurants, or tell them that the Wi-Fi is out again. Alright, and that's how close we are to the adult-only pool. So the adults-only pool, you can see it's not big. It's mostly here just a quiet little respite from children and all the noises that accompany children. Now this is a very dark place at night. Completely dark, in fact. You can see there are no lights on either side. Not up, not down, not on either side. And you come along here in pitch black. So bring your cell phone with a little flashlight app. Now over here we have yet another of these hotels. I believe there are 19 of them. And then 2021 are the Royal Club. Then there's this wooden bridge. Now the bridge is really something to behold at night, where apparently there are scorpions walking on it. At least according to one gentleman. He said that he saw a picture taken the night before, and it was about that big. He says, well, no idea if it's poisonous or not, but it's a scorpion. A black scorpion, gotta be poisonous. Now they're always working on this. But if we look off either side, you'll see it's quite a drop down into mangroves, I guess they're called, and water. Now when it's raining, the frogs start singing. And we had a tropical storm yesterday. And the frogs were singing so loud, I actually got spooked coming through here. I was just walking along. Suddenly, I realized there are about 10,000 frogs all at the same time. It was like a horror movie or something, and I started getting really nervous. Then all my hair stood up, all the hair on my arms and legs, and I started to kind of jog through. The frogs scared me. The stories of black scorpions and well, I don't know, whatever diseases the mosquitoes carry, that doesn't scare me. The frogs scared me. I've got to be honest. Alright, this is the main pool. The main pool is always packed, but it was more so today because we had the tropical storm yesterday. We had red flags on the beach this morning, yellow flags this afternoon. There's quite a riptide apparently, so the big pool, almost impossible to do any real swimming. So if you like the swimming, this is not the place to go. You got the simple little bar. They don't know how to make any of the drinks that we can drink at Allegro. The worst drink you can order here at the Occidental is a pina colada. They are in fact the worst pina coladas in the universe. They do not know how to make them. Some places on the resort are better than others, but they're all still terrible. So you can get one from the supermarket in a little can. Just mix it together with some rum. It will be 1,000 times better than any pina colada you can get here. Now there is a possibility that pina coladas are made wrong elsewhere, and that nasty flavor is the actual real flavor of pina colada, and these are the original, the authentic versions. I don't think so, because if they were that nasty, no one would ever order pina coladas. Do not order them here. They are bad. Alright. Always a schedule going. 3 o'clock Zumba is a staple. 10:30, don't forget, it's disco time. Alright, they're always selling on the beach. All sorts of souvenirs. Artitics, nobody's souvenirs. Alright, this is the lunchtime place and also the seafood restaurant. Now this is kind of a hoot. They have an entrance door, they have an exit door. Both glass, they both are labeled quite clearly. But you will see countless people. If you're sitting by the doors, you will see countless people entering through the exit or trying to exit through the entrance, and there's no motion detector. So they'll be standing there waving and waving, waving at the door to no avail. One guy was reaching all the way up the ceiling. Finally, someone came through the other direction and opened up the door. And he was telling his girlfriend, man, you have to reach almost all the way up to the top, almost up to the ceiling in order to get the motion detector to work. He was not correct. He didn't do it. It was the little boy coming in the opposite direction. The beach itself, not bad. I didn't like secrets. And the reason I didn't like secrets was there was no sand. It was all rocks. They're all slippery and sharp. So as you're trying to walk out deep enough to actually swim, you would cut your feet into a million pieces. You would have to tape everything back together when you got back to land. Now, what was nice about Secrets was there were quite a few fish living just in a foot of water because it's all rocks. Allegro is almost all sand, and it's quite nice that way. You can walk out as deep as you want. You can start swimming, and never any cuts or bruises to your feet. Everything's lovely. Now here is halfway between the two, a little closer to Allegro. Quite a few rocks and things, but still quite a bit of sand. So if you're careful, you can get out without big injury. You can see you got the red flag up here. I don't know if I'm pointing at it. I hope I am. I can't see a thing on my screen because it's so sunny. You can see it's nice and sandy down here. Now if you walk a little bit further up that way, you're going to find it starts with rocks, but smooth, round rocks. Not the sharp, nasty things that you're going to find over at the Secrets Resort. But it's not the sandy treat that you find over at Allegro. Now, one of the pro dive boats was just in and dropping everyone off. So you can see everyone's coming back here. A group of 32 just came down from, I believe, California, and they're constantly filling up all the boats. So it's a little harder to rent a boat, but the pro dive here, actually decent size. They have all the equipment you could want. I guess in a real pinch, you could go next door to Allegro. It's about 800 meters away. Most of the familiar people, Loli and Javier, have all moved on. So you're dealing with a whole bunch of new strangers. Some of them are quite nice, and I found them quite pleasant. But it's always nice to come and see all your friends, and we have none anymore. So this is the seafood restaurant in the evenings, and at lunch it is the buffet. They have the what do they have here? Mango and coconut frozen yogurt, and the machine actually works. They closed this one down yesterday during the tropical storm because, well, there was an inch of water on the deck up there. It was all just blowing in, and they were trying desperately to scoop it back out, but they gave up, stacked all the chairs on one side, and opened up the dinner buffet restaurant for lunch. So that's the whole resort pretty much. There's a gym I didn't show you and a few other things, but you can see that was quite a walk. Now the pro dive you definitely need to get to, and the Royal is actually fairly close. Now what's that, maybe 300 meters? Because it's just on the other side of the adult only pool, which is right there. But if you were way down at like cabin number 2 or something, oh, that's quite a walk. So that might give you a little bit of an idea of what it's like here.